Okay, so like everyone's been talking about this new party feature from Roblox, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to try to figure out what it really means.
Uh-huh.
So is it just like a cool little thing, or is this like a big deal?
Yeah, yeah.
We've got a bunch of articles and stuff here,
White.
and some of it is actually really interesting.
Yeah, no, it's wild how Roblox is dealing with like getting your friends together in online games.
Oh, yeah.
It's always been such a pain, right? Like
Yeah.
using all those different apps and the invites and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like all inside the platform now.
I know I've been in like tons of games where
Right.
like I'm trying to meet up with my friends and I'm like, where are you guys?
Yeah,
And so this party thing sounds like it makes it way easier
it really does.
and actually fun.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have up to like 5 people in your party, I think.
Okay.
And then you just pick the game and everyone goes right in together in the same place so you don't have to worry about being on different servers
Nice.
or like trying to find each other after you spawn in.
Oh, and wait. I was reading that they're adding a chat just for the parties.
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
So you can like plan stuff out or like warn people about stuff while you're playing.
Yeah, like watch out, there's a zombie coming.
Exactly. I feel like that could totally change how the game feels.
Definitely. And they're even going to have voice chat later on, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can really talk to each other.
So this is definitely making online games more social.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I think Roblox is also doing this for like business reasons, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. This whole like making things more social,
Yeah.
it's not just about making people happy, it's also good for business.
Right.
Like Roblox knows that if people are playing together,
Yeah.
they stay in the game way longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, almost twice as long as if they're playing alone.
Wow.
So if more people are using this party feature, then more people are going to be playing longer.
So more engagement then.
Exactly, and that's good for the developers too.
How so?
Well, if more people are playing, then the developers can potentially make more money.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like everyone wins.
Okay, so we've talked about how this is good for players.
Right.
And how it's good for Roblox, the company. But what about the people who make the games, like the developers?
Oh yeah, they're not being left out.
Okay.
They're actually getting some really cool tools to work with.
Oh, really? Like what?
So next year, they're releasing this thing called a Party API.
A party API.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Because this API will let developers design games
Uh-huh.
specifically for groups playing together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you could have like special outfits or items
Okay.
that you can only get if you're in a party
Wow.
or even private lobbies just for your group.
So this party feature is more than just a simple feature. It's like a whole new part of how Roblox works.
Exactly, and it's making developers think in new ways
Yeah.
about how to make games that are really fun for groups.
I wonder.
I wonder what this means for younger kids, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Like, if you're making it easier for people to chat and stuff,
Right.
doesn't that also make it easier for, like, bad stuff to happen?
Well, I was just reading about that,
Oh, yeah.
and it looks like Roblox has thought about that too.
That's good.
Yeah, so parents can like turn off the whole party feature if they want.
Oh,
Or they can choose to only let their kids talk to one other person at a time.
so, like, just a one-on-one?
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. But what about, like, the chat itself? Are they doing anything to keep that safe?
Yeah, so they're using the same system they already have for the rest of Roblox. So
Yeah.
they have like computers checking everything and then people too, like moderators,
Okay.
to make sure everyone's following the rules.
So they're doing a lot to try to keep things safe.
It seems like it's...
Which is good because, whenever you add something new like this,
Yeah,
there's always going to be some problems at first.
right.
But it sounds like they're at least thinking about those problems
Yeah.
and trying to fix them.
Mm-hmm. But stepping back for a second,
Yeah.
it feels like Roblox is really pushing the limits here,
In what way?
like with how social online games can be.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, they're adding a whole new chat system.
Right.
And then they're going to have voice chat too.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So they're really trying to make people connect more,
Totally.
and not just play by themselves.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
I wonder if other game companies are going to start doing this too.
I bet they will.
Yeah, it seems like everyone wants to make games more social these days.
It's true. Even outside of games,
Like where?
like all these online classes and workspaces,
Right.
they're all trying to be more social too.
So maybe this is the future of like everything online.
Maybe it is. Everyone wants to connect with other people.
Yeah, exactly. So we've talked about a lot with this party feature,
We have
like how it could change games and how people play together. And we've talked about how it could be good or bad for kids.
right.
But for you, what's the most interesting thing about it?
You know what really gets me? Is how this could change the way games are made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the past, like, games were mostly for one person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But now with this party thing,
Yeah.
developers have to think about how people are going to play together.
Oh, okay.
Like from the very beginning.
So it's not just adding a feature on at the end.
No, it's like baking it into the whole game.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a whole different way of thinking about games.
And it could lead to like totally new kinds of games. Oh, absolutely. I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Me too. But before we finish up,
Yeah.
there's one more thing I want to talk about with this party feature.
Okay.
And it's about how it could actually help people make money.
Really? Yeah. Making money in Roblox.
Yeah. So remember that party API we were talking about?
Uh-huh.
Well, it lets developers make like special stuff for groups.
Okay.
So like imagine you and your friends are playing some fantasy game together.
Yeah.
And the developer could use the API to offer you like a pack of special items.
Okay.
But you can only get it if you're in a party together.
So like special armor or weapons or something.
Yeah, or maybe even like a special quest.
Huh?
You can only do as a group.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and people might actually pay real money for that kind of stuff.
Oh, so the developers could make more money that way.
Exactly. And it makes people want to play in parties even more.
So it's good for the players and good for the developers.
It is. It's like a win-win.
I never thought about it like that.
It's like this whole new mini economy inside of Roblox.
Yeah, driven by like wanting to be in a group and have cool stuff.
And it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people always want things that are rare or hard to get.
Like limited edition sneakers or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same idea in a game.
So this party thing could change a lot more than just how people play games.
It could, and it shows how important it is to understand
Right.
like how people act in these online worlds.
Yeah. Like what makes them want to spend time and money.
Right, because it's not enough to just make a cool feature.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make something that people actually want to use.
And that makes them feel connected, I guess.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, people want to feel like they belong.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess Roblox's party feature isn't just about making it easier to play with friends.
No, it's not.
It could change how games are designed and how we interact online.
And maybe even how virtual economies work.
It's pretty wild to think about.
It is, and it's something everyone should pay attention to.
Yeah, not just people who play games.
Right, because this kind of stuff is changing how we all live online.
Well, this has been a really interesting deep dive.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for explaining all this to me.
Of course, anytime.
And for all of you listening out there, think about how this party feature could affect you.
Wow.
Like, will you use it to connect with your friends more?
Maybe even make some new friends.
Maybe it'll give you some ideas for your own projects.
The possibilities are endless.
So keep exploring, keep connecting.